Good morning, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader. It's 8:48 a.m. Eastern Standard on Thursday, May 20th, 2021. Let's get right into it. This is not financial advice and is only educational, outlining my own personal opinions. Do not trade on anything I say or do. Speak to a financial advisor. Twitter link below. If you want to subscribe to the videos, that's below as well. So my current NuCypher allocation has not changed. As I've mentioned, I'm kind of hanging in here. I'm certainly, P&L wise, I'm definitely on the low. But I think what we can say is that, I'm anticipating some stability in Bitcoin over the next couple of weeks. And I expect that we'll start to see NuCypher Bitcoin pair stabilize as well and start heading back up. Let's take a look at what the markets look like right now. NuCypher US dollar, clearly nothing's changed here. We're still within that downward trend. Let it continue down here. It doesn't really matter right now where it is, but just understand that we bounced off this bottom twice yesterday morning, and then again yesterday night. We stuck our tongue through here and we pulled it back quickly. Stuck our tongue down here again and we pulled it back quickly. Look, here's the deal. We're not in as bad shape as we were yesterday. We hit a low of like 27 and change, all the way back up. We're 35 and change. We actually went slightly above my entry point yesterday in the wee hours. But let's see how this plays out, because if you look over Bitcoin, as I mentioned, we're probably going to come back into the 40-42 range. Personally, I think we're going to have some resistance at 42. As you can see here, we just shot straight up. Let me just expand this out. This is the 40-42 range that I always talk about. And I had mentioned in last night's video, I anticipate a W pattern, although we didn't get that pullback on the other leg of the W. It's kind of like an ascending W pattern here. Doesn't really matter. My buy point for Bitcoin did not execute, but we're still up in this range. And remember, the Bitcoin is a driver for NuCypher US dollar. It's a driver for every other cryptocurrency, period. End of story. And let's move forward. So we're hitting this top channel here, 42. I expect it to bounce around in this range. It could melt up. Who knows? Today could be a great day. We do have a W coming in from the upside from the top of the W into the W. Sometimes, usually means it's going to go back up again. So we might waddle around here for today and maybe melt back up into the 45 range. But we're either going to bounce between 42 and 41. Once we bust through 42, my anticipation is that we would trek back to 45. Now let me explain why. We've had several bounces off the 42 range, right? This was support for some time. Now we may be running into resistance areas, so we might be bouncing this way for a while. If we break through here, the 42, then I think the next level is 45. So we then might be bouncing between 42 and 45. This is called consolidation. And in addition to that, this is kind of how how you can identify certain support levels by figuring out how many times it's hitting that point. On or about. There's no perfect exact point. This is not how trading is. Let's go to NuCypher Bitcoin pair. One of the most interesting areas for me that I think will propel NuCypher to bigger heights than we've seen before. So let's take a look at the chart. Let's get it up here. So last night, we went up, and then all of a sudden the dip happened with Bitcoin taking everything this is a funk. We're in a funk here. This is all because of the meltdown, and every single cryptocurrency to Bitcoin pair is doing a very similar type thing, in the sense that it's all over the place. It hasn't reestablished its footing. We need Bitcoin to kind of stay in a range for a little bit so that these other altcoins can figure itself out. Now remember, altcoin season is here. We're just in the early innings of the altcoin season for the rest of the year. So, once Bitcoin kind of settles down in a certain range for a little bit, we'll start to see, I think, acceleration on the NuCypher Bitcoin pair. If you take a look, one last one here, keep Look, this thing is all over the place. I wouldn't touch it right now. I think eventually you might want to take a nibble, but you know, this thing's all over the map. I can't make heads or tails on this one. Good luck on it if you want to do something with it, but I wouldn't, you know, my personal view is this doesn't have a proper pattern. It doesn't even have a key Bitcoin pair that I can even look at. If anyone knows of one, let me know. But there's nothing, at least on this platform, that will give it to me. And sitting here trying to correlate an actual graph to another graph is painful and not worth my time. But anyway, NuCypher, more importantly, is something I can track, and I also believe in what it does. And more importantly, all of you should do the same thing. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I got another one coming out tonight, so I'll talk to you all later. Bye.